Hi, and welcome to week 3. I'm going to be doing things a bit differently this week. Instead of going through each and every exposure every day, I'm going to just say what they are for the day and then how they went overall for each day. So wish me luck. So looking at the completion of my exposures today, I would say it was a really good day. I really did get almost every single thing done. The weeds was a huge deal for me. I have not pulled weeds in over a year. We'd had a fox in our backyard and it would not leave, and I ended up getting a really bad fear of getting rabies from anything it may have touched or licked or whatever, and it would commonly chew on things like grasses and weeds. We were able to finally get it to leave, and so that was like, I don't know, maybe February or so that we finally got it to leave. But yeah, going out there and being able to pull the weeds was a really good thing. It was a really, really hard thing. I mean, I felt most of the time like I couldn't breathe and I was shaking really bad. But I mean, I just said, like, this needs to be done. And I just kept doing it. And I will tell you, going through it, you could really feel the peak of anxiety and feeling it come down, because it took a while. And so my body could not stay in that high state. And so I could literally feel it coming down. And by the time I was done, I was still very tense. But like, I felt so accomplished. Like I had done something that for over a year I told myself I couldn't do. That was huge. That was awesome. So that for today, if nothing else, was a really good moment, a really good opportunity to see that I can do stuff even if it's terrifying, even if I'm shaking and whatever, and that the fear does not have to control me and I can keep going. So huge day for me. A lot of the other things on this list weren't really major things that I did. I mean, I think each and every exposure deserves a celebration when you do it, because even if that day it wasn't really bothering you or it wasn't super duper hard, I think it is hard to do them. But another big one for me was unclogging the drain. I've had a fear of what if there's spores down in the drain from when my son had C. diff, and what if by putting the drain snake down there and pulling it up, I'm pulling those out of the drain and putting them into the sink, which whatever. But I was able to do it, and it was very anxiety provoking, especially doing both of those today. Definitely, but I imagine I'll sleep like a baby tonight, but I am glad that I was able to do it. Such an awesome thing, and a great day for accomplishments. Good night. Here's my exposure list for day 16. Wish me luck. So, as you can see, today didn't go super well. I honestly think this is kind of like one of those times where my OCD is just clinging on for dear life. I had a pretty good day yesterday, and I really just felt very drained today. And every little thought and every little thing was just causing me a lot of anxiety. It was just one of those days where it just felt constant. So, I mean, it is what it is, and just gotta keep going and hoping that tomorrow is a better day. But half is still better than none, so can't be too upset. Good night. Here is my list for day 17. Let's go. So, as you can see, today wasn't the best of days, wasn't the worst of days. Still struggling with the first thing on my list. Sometimes, like today, it's more just the what ifs that get to me. So that's something I gotta just learn to just sit in the discomfort, and that's hard. as bathroom stuff, I feel like, because, I don't want to have bathroom germs on me throughout the day. I think that's reasonable, but still something I'm gonna have to work through. And exercising, I just did not have the energy. I'll be honest, it's summer, it's hot, I'm just exhausted, but something I gotta just start forcing myself to do probably. But for the most part, the day went well. It was hard. All the exposures I do are hard, whether it's cleaning the bathroom or the shower or making breakfast and lunch. It's just, I feel like I'm just in this constant state where all my muscles are just tightened when I'm doing it, and I'm just getting flooded with worrisome thoughts, and it's just choosing to push through it. And all I can hope is, if I keep doing that eventually those things that are really hard, or they're just hard and they shouldn't be, maybe one day won't be. That's about all I can do. But that's it for right now. Everyone have a great night. Here's my list for day 18. Let's do it. Is it Groundhog Day? I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating days. Same challenges and same exact struggles. I don't know. I think that it's sometimes it's just you just get stuck on certain things. I don't know. And it is what it is, I guess. Just, I don't know. I can't help but laugh. I'm sorry. It's just, it's frustrating, but it's also like, really? Did we just do this? I want to just like tap my brain and be like, learn from your mistakes, learn from your mistakes, learn from your mistakes. It's not doing it. But I did get some things done, so it wasn't a complete loss, and just gotta keep going. Tomorrow's a new day. Hope everyone has a great night. Here is my list for day 19. Pretend like number 5's not there. I don't know why it's on there. I could have sworn I had taken it off. Shower is not dirty. Doesn't need to be clean. It's already clean. And it doesn't need to be that clean. But I don't know what's on there, so just ignore it. Okay, for real. I'm stuck in a Groundhog Day situation. It's not good. Yeah. Same problems. Can't get past the worrisome thoughts. If maybe I touched my head or my face or my back or whatever, and I'm just not having motivation for exercising, I think, is the problem, which is frustrating. But the rest of the day went well. Lunch is still lunch is just, I don't know why. Some days I literally just want to walk around the house and pick up everything that I think is contaminated and just rub it all over myself and just like knock it all out in one day, and I'll either be okay or it won't be okay. But I think as a mom, it's like I go to but what if it's not okay and now you're gonna get your whole family sick, and like that, it gets me every time. I don't really know how to get past that not just eating me alive, but yep, stuck in a groundhog situation. So hopefully this won't be an issue again tomorrow. We will see. Fingers crossed. Everyone have a great night. Day 20. So as you can see, today went pretty well. Still not super motivated for exercising, but other than that, pretty well. I am disappointed I didn't do the last thing, but I'll explain that in a second. So I decided to make a big deal out of my major exposures for the week. One, I'm hoping it emphasizes that even though it might sound ridiculous, for me it is actually super hard and big and super scary. I'm hoping that if I say it funny, it might actually make my brain think that it's not as bad as it thinks that it is. Maybe. We'll see. So, the super not a big deal thing that is not a super big deal is happening Sunday, day 22. So, you're gonna have to wait till next week, but tomorrow is a special day. I have a surprise. Shh, it's a secret that I'm planning, and I've been planning for months. I'm super excited about.
but the place where we're going tends to be really crowded, so I am really nervous about that. But I'm excited, so I'm nervited. But I don't want to let my fears get in the way and ruin the day. So I have come up with a plan for day 21. First, I'm going to get up early, really early. I want to be there at 8. It takes, we'll call it 40 minutes to get there. I'm a little nervous about that because of my hit and run OCD, so hopefully that doesn't mess with that. I'm going to give us 20 minutes to eat. I'm also going to have to get breakfast ready tonight, so I can just feed everyone and not have my compulsions eating up my time instead of us eating the breakfast. The next task is going to be my morning routine. This part is tricky. At this point, I'm going to have to assume that I'm going to have to take a shower because it is likely. The time this takes varies, so I'm going to have to assume worst case scenario, which was 2 hours. So I'm looking at having to get up at 5 a.m. But you might recall that the last time I tried this, I didn't have to go. Honestly, I don't know what is going to happen if I don't have to go. I think the whole plan is going to fall apart, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to hope for the best, hope that everything goes as planned. OCD is so frustrating sometimes. Next up is drive. I need to drive there, and I need for it not to take 1,000 hours. So, again, deep breaths, keep going, and just do the best I can. Last step is breathe and just enjoy the moment. I know that sometimes in my OCD compulsions and anxiety struggles, I get so caught up in all of the things that can go wrong and all of the negatives. But you get these little moments in life and you get them for just a second and then they're gone. And so I really just want to soak it in and just take in the beauty of the moment and just appreciate it for what it is. And if it goes bad, then it goes bad. If it goes awesome, then it goes awesome. And just be in the moment and not in the anxiety. And if the anxiety is there, then it's there, but not let that ruin the day. I am super excited about this. I really think that it's going to be a good day. And so I guess wish me luck. And I hope everyone has a good night. Good night. So here are my exposures for day 21, up early to get this day on the road. Wish me luck. So overall, everything went really well today. Got up really super early. Wasn't able to go to the bathroom right away, which I was super nervous about, but did end up going and getting showered in time. We were running a little bit late, but not too bad. And I was able to show my husband the surprise, which I was just super excited about. Long story short, he had a friend that had passed away years ago and didn't have anywhere to go to remember him. And so I purchased a brick at the place where they had his memorial service and went and showed him on his friend's birthday. And he was just really happy about that. He wanted somewhere to go to have to grieve his friend and to miss him. And even though it was definitely kind of a bittersweet, I think just seeing his reaction and seeing that really just meant the world to him, to have that. It was really good. And we met up with my father-in-law and my kids went and we walked around. Just a really beautiful place in our area. And so that all went really well, and I was able to do my exposures for the day for the most part. And so even though going was hard, I mean, it was stressful. There was a lot of people, and there was a couple times where I worried that someone might have knocked into me. I'd actually seen, I want to say, maybe on Instagram, someone had suggested a technique of taking a deep breath and counting back from 5 to 1, and then
saying something along the lines of, maybe everything's going to be okay. And it was kind of to stop your brain from the thought, so counting back, and then to give your mind like an alternative. So instead of spiraling into all the things that could go wrong, be like, okay, but maybe everything's going to be fine and maybe everything's okay. And I actually tried out that technique, and I feel that that was actually really helpful. It didn't, get rid of the anxiety or anything, but it just brought me to a manageable level where I could breathe through it and kind of keep in mind, like, yeah, something could go really wrong, but something also could go really well. So I don't know if you've tried that or not, but I would recommend it. I think that was helpful. But yeah, the day went really well, and I was really excited that we were able to have that opportunity. So tomorrow, day 22, week 4, I'm going to start the super not a big deal thing that is not a super big deal. I'm going to have to figure out how to say that. I feel like I can't say it very well. But I'm hoping that saying it funny is going to help my brain not think that it is the super big deal that my brain seems to think that it is. And I'm hoping that if I make a big deal out of it, it's going to help me feel so much more accomplished when I've done it. It's not going to feel like this just minor thing that, yeah, I had anxiety about, but I did. I'm hoping that it really feels like a really big accomplishment. So stay tuned and watch next Sunday to see how that went. I hope that everyone has an awesome rest of your weekend and a great upcoming week. Just remember, as you're going through the week, to take a deep breath. Remember that you have got this. You can do hard things. You are awesome, and I love you guys, and I hope that you have a great week. Bye!